Good morning, guys. Today we will talk about the dangers of electricity and how to deal with it. And this is for grade 6, unit 2, lesson 2. First, let's agree about that the electricity is a double-edged weapon. It means that it has benefits and it has also dangers. Actually, many dangers. When will these dangers be occur? If we neglect or ignore safety precautions or use it in an improper way. First of all, electricity is used for lighting houses, operating machines, cooking food. So electricity has many uses, but it also has many dangers. Let's talk about the dangers of electricity and how to deal with it. Dangers of electricity are result from the improper use of electricity. The dangers of electricity are classified into two types. The first one is direct injuries and the second one is called indirect injuries. The direct injuries are affected or caused by electricity directly. It means that the electricity caused them direct. Like what? First of all, like electric fires. It means the fires that occurs due to electricity. The second is electric shock. And the third is electric burns, and we will talk about each of them separately. And the second type of the dangers, it's called indirect injuries, and we will also talk about it later. First of all, direct injuries. The first thing or the first danger that's caused by electricity directly is the electric fires. What is the meaning of electric fires? It means that they are fires occur as a result of increase in the temperature of the electric machines. Electric machines like what? Like electric iron, electric heater. The reasons of electric fires are three reasons. First of all, placing an electric machine that generates heat like iron, electric heater, close to some flammable materials. Flammable materials like what? Like furniture, like curtains, like carpets, like clothes. And this leads to the occurrence of the fire due to the burning of these materials. The second reason for the electric fires is plugging more than one machine to one socket that causes something called electric overload. So the wires heat up and leads to fire. So plugging more than one machine to one socket causes electric fire. The third reason for electric fires is not disconnecting the electric current from the electric machine that generates heat after use. That leads to the increase in the temperature of machine and causes fire. Like if we forget an electric iron and didn't disconnect it after using, this will cause the increase in its temperature, so it will lead to electric fire. Let's see a video about an electric fire. Let's agree about that the water is an electric conductor. It means that it's a good conductor of electricity. So if there is an electric fire, Definitely we are not going to turn it off by water. So water cannot be used to put electric fires. Why? Because water is a good conductor of electricity, so it will increase fire. It's exactly like if you have a fire and you add some gasoline on it. So water cannot be used to put off electric fires, ever, ever. So what will we use if we have an electric fire? We will use sand to put off electric fires. The second danger of the electricity, or the improper use of electricity, is the electric shock. What is the meaning of electric shock? It's a result of an electric current passing through the human body. It means that the human body is a part of the electric circuit. The human body contains about 70% of water, and we just few seconds ago we talked about that the water is a good conductor of electricity. So human body contains 70% of water, so definitely the human body is a good conductor of electricity, especially when it's wet. In many cases, the electric shock causes death. The harm results from the electric shock depends on, first of all, the strength of the electric current to pass through the human body. It means that if I have a battery and it's 1 volt or half volt or 2 volts, it will cause an electric shock, but it will be somehow small. But if we have a connecting wire connected directly to a socket, it definitely causes a hard and strong electric shock. The second factor at which the harm results from the electric shock depends on is the time took by the electric current to pass through the human body. It means for how long did the human body was exposed to the electric current. So the time took by the electric current to pass through the human body. 1 second, 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It definitely affects the strength and the harm that's caused by the electric shock. When does the electric shock happens? I just told you that the electric shock happens when your body is a part of a closed electric circuit. So the electric current flows from a part of your body and comes out from another part. That's because our human body is an electric conductor. Why it's an electric conductor? Because it contains 70% of water. The reasons of the electric shock. First of all, when a part of your body touches a wire, especially if it's non-insulated wire, the wire which is not covered by a plastic layer, that has an electric current in it and touches the ground with the other parts. So your body is now a part of a closed electric circuit. So when a part of your body touches a wire that has an electric current and it touches the ground with the other part, it will cause an electric shock. The second reason is when you touch a part of your body, touch a wire that has an electric current in it, and definitely a non-insulated wire, and touch a material conducting electricity, and this material is connected to the ground. So also now in this case your body is a part of a closed electric circuit. The third reason is when you touch 2 wires that are conducting electricity. The third danger of electricity is the electric burns. What is the meaning of electric burns? There are burns that result from the electricity and causes the damage of the body tissues. So we are now talking about the burns that happens to our body. The reasons of electric burn, it has 3 reasons. The electric burn happens when, first of all, a part of your body touches directly an electric current source. This type of electric burns happens as a result of electric shock. Number 2, a part of your body touches fire or spark resulting from an electric fire. And it also happens to a lot of us when you just plugging a electric wire in a socket and it suddenly results a spark. When your body touches this spark, it will cause electric burns. So be careful. Number 3, a part of your body touches an electric machine that generates heat, like heater, iron, electric heater. When your body touches these electric machines, it will cause electric burns. The second type of the dangers of electricity is the indirect injuries. And what is the meaning of indirect injury? It means that the electricity caused them in an indirect way, not directly. Like what? Like falling on a ladder or falling. We are plugging a light lamp or plugging anything or repairing any electric thing, and we had an electric shock. And if we was standing on a ladder, it will definitely cause an indirect injury. In this case, the electricity causes an indirect injury. So we must be careful, a lot of careful, when we are handling with electricity. Because in the first way, we talked about that the electricity causes a lot of dangers if the electricity was handled in an improper way or in. So how can we deal with electricity in a proper way? So we have here precautions in dealing with electricity. First of all, do not play with electric connections. The second way, do not insert a metal object in socket, nail, metallic wire, because we all know that the metals are a good electric conductors. Number 3, do not touch the electric machines that are connected to electric current with wet hand. If any electric machine, not only the one that generates heat, if any electric machines connected to electric current and your hand was wet, do not ever touch this electric machine with wet hand. Number 4, do not try to fix or clean any electric machine while connected to electric current. Be careful or be sure that they are unplugged or disconnected from the electric current. Number 5, do not extend electric wires on the ground so no one trips on them while walking. Number 6, do not leave the wires naked and not insulated. We must cover the wires with a good insulated material like plastic, like rubber, and don't leave the wires naked. Number 7, do not place several connections in the same socket, because we also talked about that it causes something called electric overload that causes the wires to heat up and cause electric fire. Number 8, do not leave an electric machine connected with electric current while taking bath, because we just talked about also that the water is a good conductor of electricity. Number 9, place a piece of plastic in the socket to prevent inserting another body in it. Number 10, do not place flammable materials like furniture, curtains, clothes, paper near the electric machines that generate heat, like heater, iron, electric heater, to avoid electric fires. At last, we wish you all a good luck and be careful when you are dealing with electricity. Thank you and goodbye.